Have you ever felt like you didn't belong? Like no matter how hard you tried, the world around you just didn't seem to make space for you? I've been there, and today I want to share my journey. It's a story about losing myself, feeling helpless, but eventually finding the strength to come back to who I am, stronger and more whole than before. Let me take you back to the first chapter of this journey. My family moved from Dubai to China, a completely different culture, a new language, and most importantly, no familiar faces. I walked into a new school hoping for a fresh start, but instead, I felt like an outsider. Everyone had their own groups, their own jokes, their own memories, and I had none of that. I'd sit alone at lunch, staring at my food, pretending not to notice the laughter around me. It was like I was invisible. And even worse, I didn't know how to make myself seen. The loneliness was deafening. I wanted so badly to belong, but I had no idea where to even start. Eventually, I did make friends, but instead of stability, I found turbulence. They would be my friends one week, and they'd turn away the next. One day I was included, laughing and feeling like I finally fit in. And the next, I'd hear them whispering without me, feel them walking ahead without waiting. This on-again, off-again friendship cycle was exhausting. I constantly wondered what I'd done wrong. The hope that I'd found my people kept getting crushed, over and over again. I reached my lowest point. I felt helpless and weak, like I was destined to always be the one left out. I thought I could never find my person, my group of friends. I thought I'd always be by myself. I was in school, surrounded by students my age. You think that would mean I'd have friends, people who'd lift me up, or at least stand beside me. Well, I thought so too. I thought I had 5 best friends who cared about me, who loved me, who took care of me, who I thought could never betray me. But some of the friends decided otherwise. They excluded me, whispered about me when they thought I couldn't hear, and sometimes they weren't even subtle. They'd bully me outright. At first I thought, why? What's wrong with me? Why don't they like me? Was I that mean to them? Their words became louder than my own. I started to believe I wasn't good enough, that maybe I deserved this treatment. And the worst part, I started to fade. The person I was, vibrant, hopeful, began to disappear under the weight of their judgment, their disapproval. But this wasn't the end of the journey. One day, I realized I was looking for belonging in all the wrong places. I was letting other people's opinions define me. Their actions shape me, and their words control how I felt about myself. I didn't listen when the world around me warned me about this, about the challenges that life would bring. I was stuck in the past, replaying those painful chapters over and over again. I had spent so much time chasing after belonging, trying to fit in into other people's molds to earn their approval, that I'd forgotten the most important relationship of all, the one I had with myself. But then I came across a quote that changed everything. You can't start the next chapter of your life if you keep rereading the last one. I began to ask myself, what if I stopped trying to fit in? What if I stopped letting other people's opinions define me? What if I finally understood the beauty of myself? What if I understood there's a reason I'm here? A purpose. It wasn't easy, but step by step, I started to rebuild. I learned to love myself the way I am, not the way someone else wants me to be. I stopped seeking validation from others and started finding it within myself. I reminded myself that I am enough, just as I am. And here's the magic. The moment I truly embraced myself, I found a new kind of belonging. Not the kind that comes from fitting into someone else's circle, but the kind that comes from within and radiates outward. I discovered that unity doesn't have to mean being a part of the in crowd. It's about connecting with people who accept you for you, and that starts with accepting yourself. So to anyone who's ever felt left out, overlooked, or less than enough, I want to leave you with this. You are your own home. When you learn to stand tall in who you are, the world around you will start to make room for you. You create your own sense of belonging, and that's the kind of unity that can never be taken away.